Distinguished guests, teachers, parents, and friends, I want to thank you for sharing this special night in the Mary Rush Chamber Church Class of 2002. Also, I want to thank you for the chance to speak about you. I haven't had much experience with public speaking. As I sat down to write this speech, I found it very hard to decide on what I want to say. After much thought, I decided the main thing is to get to the point and try not to bore you with this slide. I realized that there are many famous people that could probably help me. Decided to use the words of these famous people to help me say what I wanted to say. As an added bonus, this might keep you entertained. I think you will like some of these quotes. I will begin with Truman's famous quote, "The buck stops here." President Truman made this line famous when he stated that he was in command of our nation. That's a direct way of getting your point across. Like Truman, each of us is in control of our lives. In other words, what we do with our lives stops breaking. We can further our education or keep working hard or just slide along. We alone are responsible for the decisions we make in our lives. President Truman made it sound simple, yet it is very hard enough. Another memorable line was, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get." You might know that was Tom Hanks from Forrest Gump. Like Truman, he had a simple way of doing things. I think he was talking about luck. Unfortunately, luck has little to do with what happens around us. To be sure, for some people, luck may mean winning like a million bucks. But for most of us, I think if we wait for luck, we'll just end up without it. We must choose our own destiny, like Indiana Jones last said. We must choose, but choose wisely. On the road not taken, Robert Frost chose a road that said made all the difference. The choices we make in the 8th grade will affect us later on in our lives. Being from Illinois, I decided to use Abraham Lincoln. He had a famous quote from him. The first thing that came to mind was 407 years ago. Our forefathers brought forth upon this mountain a new nation. When I figured out our dates, and they won't work too good. The score is 28 years, so figuring out backwards, it ends up to be 1911. Since that was even before the Titanic sunk in 1912, we couldn't even use the idea of a ship. Anyway, I decided I could use Lincoln's words and change them a little bit. No score in 13 or 14 years. Now, it has a lot of meaning to us because our lives have just begun. Like our nation's fathers in 1776, our parents had and still have such high hopes for us. Who would have thought that we would have made it this far? Things really change over time. Our old Dave was trying to say is that the good old USA had not had enough help on its founding fathers and might not be here today. Our classes like that nation in 1863. If it wasn't for the people who helped us along the way, we might be lost. And the struggle is not over for us, but if we work hard and remember the things our parents and teachers have taught us, we will like our nation after the Civil War. We can go on to become greater and stronger. A speech full of quotes would not be complete without King's famous words, "I have a dream." King knew dreams are good. Dreams, goals, and choices help focus on what is important in our lives. With dreams, anything is possible. For instance, who would have thought we could clone sheep or walk on land? Time brings change, and change takes time. Another quote will help. Let the force be lifted. This relates to the help that we have received. In our case, the force is the knowledge. And with that knowledge, we can make our dreams come true. So let the knowledge be. Knowledge is the key to everything. Without it, we can't dream, and then we are lost. Finally, I would like to use a quote from our greatest president, John Kennedy. He said, "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." You might ask how this applies to our 8th grade class. Well, it is about giving and receiving. For life, Dad meaning you will be willing to put back more than take. Taking is easy, but true happiness comes from the joy of giving. Each of us in class will succeed if we're willing to give ourselves. Like Kennedy said, don't ask for more than you're willing to give. The important thing in our lives will be that we earn from our hard work. The future, we must be ready to ask what we can do to make things better. If we remember this, we will be truly. And so is the Twilight Zone, so Charles Williams says, as an NWT story submitted for review. Thank you. Thank you.
Dear distinguished faculty, fellow students, family, and friends. Just the other day, a lady asked me how old I was. 14, I replied. Really? She asked. I would have never guessed. I remembered her as I read the story. The story talked about how when you're 11, you're also 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Like some days, you might say something stupid, and that's the part of you that's still 10. Or maybe some days you might need to sit on your mom's lap because you're scared, and that's the part of you that's 5. And maybe one day, when you're all grown up, maybe you'll need to cry like you're 3, and that's okay. Because the way we grow old is kind of like an onion, or like the rings inside a tree trunk, or the little wooden dolls that fit inside each other, each year inside the next one. As I thought about that, I thought about that lady and about our class, and how true that story was. Sometimes we act about 5 in our behavior. For example, last week during the thunderstorm, Mrs. Beer had to read us a story to calm us down. Other times we act way older. I wouldn't say we act older and more mature often, but occasionally we do. Sometimes it's good to act like kindergartners. Back then, it didn't kill us to hold hands as we crossed the street, and we stuck together. We weren't prejudiced, and gender, race, religion, and ethnicity didn't matter as long as you knew how to play nicely and share. Having fun was the only thing that mattered to us. But on the other hand, it's sometimes good to act older and more mature than we really are. As we become older, we learn that everyone is different and special in our own way. It's good to act older when we stand up for what is right and what we believe in. I know we're supposed to act our age, but that's not always easy now because we're stuck between childhood and adulthood. One minute we act all big and tough, like we could take on the world, and the next minute we just need to be ready to. Tonight we're leaving part of our childhood behind and taking a step toward adulthood and entering high school. This is an important step for us because it puts us one step closer to achieving our goals and dreams. It's also going to be a lot of fun, so I've been told. And as the quote says, enjoy yourself. These are the good old days you're going to miss in the years ahead. A special thanks to Mrs. Spear for helping me with this, and to all the teachers for teaching us and putting up with us all through junior high. And thank you all for sharing in this special night with us.
I'll read this certificate off, and then I'll announce who the winners are here. This certificate of distinguished achievement is in recognition of the attainment acquired as winner of the American Legion School Award. In further recognition of this possession of those high qualities and of courage, honor, leadership, patriotism, scholarship, and service which are necessary to the preservation and protection of the fundamental institutions of our government and the advancement of society. This award is made by American Legion Post 516, and for the boy, it's Corey Bowman. The girls' award is Sarah Weesey. Thank you.
We have one more award we'd like to give out tonight. It's not on the agenda. Mr. Crumweedy here. Mr. Crumweedy has been our counselor here for our junior high and our high school for 3 years. And this is fitting for him to give this out. This will be his last day of employment. He's decided to retire again. We have tried all day to try and keep him to no avail.
Thank you, David. About 3 years ago, Naomi Carnes left money for an award for 8th graders each year at Mary Webster Chambersburg High School. It was very hard to come up with the 2 people to win this award this year because we had to go to pluses rather than just A's. So the 2 that are the winners had some pluses, whereas the 3rd person in line had a couple minuses. They had all A's, all 3 of them. The winners of this $230 award are Corey Bowman and Sarah Weezy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to congratulate you on raising such a fine group of youngsters. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of love. We try to do our part here as educators, and I know that you have done your part as caregivers. With the assistance of Regional Superintendent Don Shorting and President of the Board, Mr. Bowman, we would like to now present them with their graduation promotional required certificates. Brian Michael Bennett. Corey Russell Bowman. Christopher Thomas Burton. Davidson. Linda K. Friesen. Mitzi Lynn Doggis. Jessica Lynn Gerke. Kristen Renee Hall. Emily Kate Hammond. Danielle Renee Henline. Wesley Dean Henline. Ashley Nicole Howard. David Aaron Kleinsmith. James Logan Lacey. Christopher Wayne Large. Tasha Deanne Large. Roger D. Francis Luck. James Russell Manker Jr. Brandon James McDaniel. Terry Danielle McGowan. Courtney Renee Norman. Bonnie Sue Phillips. Timothy Ryan Poole. Kenneth Vernon Sanders. Stacy Lee Smith. Harry Sue Sullivan. Tabitha Marie Spencer. Derek Keith Sturtevant. Krista Marie Surratt. And Sarah Marie Levy.
Would you please bow your head? Dear Lord, thank you for helping us through 8th grade. Thank you for the teachers and our parents for their support. Thanks for everything that you have given us through the last 8 years. In Jesus' name, amen.
The 1998 8th grade promotional class, ladies and gentlemen.